Hello, welcome. You're listening to the CouchCast, and you know what? You know what this is? You know what this is? This is a podcast. Yeah. You know what kind of podcast it is? It's fucking shit. It's fucking shit is what it is.
Yeah,
Probably.
Mike, tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him,
More
tell him, Mike.
Yeah, so if you've ever wanted to listen to a podcast where a bunch of fucking out of shape, ugly troglodytes shoot the shit about topics you can give less of a shit about, or not, who knows, you found the right piece of media, my friend.
I go to the gym actually.
Oh, well, then I guess...
One out.
Well,
Yeah, I work out, excuse me,
Start.
yeah, while you're fucking getting your muscles bigger for the sake of vanity, you know where I exercise, bud? The library. Maybe you should go there sometime.
I exercise my brain, okay? The veins in my brain are bigger than the veins on your dick, and you know that.
Yeah.
Try not to
Fucking
think about it.
No one right now knows who any of us are, so how about we start?
How about we start with names?
Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody shut up. Let's start.
If I done the intro, I would have done it, but no, you would do the intro.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about we start from the top? You know,
let's
Start from the top. So my name is. Let's start at the top of the food chain here. All right. My name is Mike, also known as Skeleton Man. If you couldn't tell from my overflowing professionalism in class, I've done a podcast before, broke 100 views. I'm kind of my dick is kind of big. I've got a sharp jawline. Let's move down a rung a little bit. What's your name? What's your name, bud?
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name? Yeah.
Let's move on. Gray, introduce yourself.
Yeah. No. What's your name? What's your name at the top? You know. What's your name?
No. I'm the guest.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Shit.
I meant at the start of the top of the fucking like social hierarchy, not the voice chat.
Okay, I got it. My name is Gray.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
Do you have like a talent?
Yeah. Do you do anything? You know?
Listen, man. I was born. And that's about it. I don't think that I got any good genes.
Right,
okay, he has no talent anyways.
Yeah, okay, moving on. That's why he's having other people do this for him. Moving on.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an art dude. Grebo01 on Twitters.
Way to
fucking asshole.
I'm cool, dude.
Way to fucking plug your shit, you asshole.
Yeah,
you fucking trying to steal all the fame for yourself, you fucking piece of shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever. I'm trying my best.
All right. So you're Geo. You're really cool.
I'm an art man.
You've got a really strong jawline, second only to myself. And now you, the guy with the.
That's me.
Yeah.
The guy with the weird Indian accent.
I'm for sure I'm Indian. Anyways, I'm Reggie. I make the music and I do programming and shit. Check me out on DeviantArt/Grebo01. All right.
Wait.
Go on to the next one.
Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, our guest for today.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. My name's Kaji. I'm the guest on the podcast. I do game dev. Follow me at KajiDev on Twitter. I also do things like music on the side, art, but right now I'm mostly doing programming.
All right,
that's about it.
And with all introductions and names out of the way, the social hierarchy here kind of established. I think it's time to get this show on the road. So, what are the topics for today? Because I don't have any.
You know what? Listen, man. I was thinking, since this is episode 0, not really much going on, we could just talk about ourselves. Our feelings, how we're going on in life.
Can we talk about like something entertaining,
that's
fun to talk about,
exactly.
instead of that?
All right.
Some guy yesterday at a party was telling me about finding his purpose in life. He was stargazing. I found him outside stargazing, drunk. I sat with him for I was gonna go home. I sat with him for 20 minutes watching the stars. Talking about I don't know. I guess fate. Do you guys believe in fate?
Not necessarily.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
I mean, I think you can set yourself up for certain situations down the line, but I don't necessarily believe in fate. You know, like if you like, if you set yourself up for failure, then, well, then again, even then, it's kind of like all chance a little bit, because there are people, I met some people who have certainly, like, taken some precarious paths in life and actually ended up turning out fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't you think that was their fate?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I think.
I think
I just think
life
they got
is
lucky.
I think
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
luck is fate. So
Excuse me?
luck is
I
fate.
don't
I
think
would
so.
not say that. Do you know what? Do you
Yeah.
know what that word means? Do you know what the word fate means?
What does it mean? I know it's an anime.
No, I like the. Yeah. All right. Well, that goes to show just how fucking. I joke about my IQ like being higher than others. Like that's a joke, but I genuinely sometimes think that I am actually smarter than you.
Well, you are a writer, so.
Oh yeah.
You have
Oh yeah. The only writer here, right? Yeah.
Listen, man, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not something that happens.
Just because I get. Hey, what have you written? What have you posted anything recently?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
all right.
I would never do that.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, I didn't know that you did writing. What kind of writing? Like,
which one
do
of
you do,
us?
like,
Yeah, Mike. Mike. What kind of writing?
Go on, Mike. Explain.
I write
Go on, Mike.
well, I do these really kind of epic crossovers. Like I do like Sonic and like Fortnite and like OKKO. It's kind of like a mashup, like like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's like that, but kind of like better, because it's like with characters and franchises people really care about nowadays. Like Dragon Ball Z, Earthworm Jim, Invader Zim. A little example of my quick wit that rhymed a little, Jimin's anyway. Yeah, I do that kind of work, but I also have this little web page where I kind of block it out because the shit that I write there is so horrible that I kind of just want no memory of it. I have a fan fiction page. Yes, you can all go and laugh at me. You can all leave mean and rude comments on my stories, but hey, at the end of the day, I still got this this custom made ball crushing device that my wife's boyfriend bought me. So who's the real loser?
Listen, man, it's fine.
You can find me at fanfiction.net.
like
My username is Mikey Kratos.
It's fine. Most of us have like a speck of tism in them anyway, so
Tism.
just different types. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your spec? What's your attribute?
My attribute, that would be, it's being an awful person.
Yeah. Because as we all know, being an awful person is a symptom of autism.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
I mean, that's what you said. That's not. No.
Don't put words in my mouth.
No, but that's what you said.
I'm just agreeing with you because I'm scared of the white man.
Of my fucking huge jawline.
Exactly.
My powerlifting days my power mewing days have rewarded me with.
Right. So, you know what we should do?
What?
I've been informed that we have some inside scoop on a very, very interested group of individuals. One would even say that they're admins of some sort.
Admins?
Oh. Yeah, they're admins.
Of what?
Go on, Gio. Tell these people what you know.
Oh, you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know about. Yeah, you were talking about this earlier, right? Share the juicy little drama with the audience.
Yeah. So I'm a bit of a weird, stupid idiot. I like to jump around Discord servers.
Yeah.
And I found this one animation server. And it looks pretty interesting. It's like, a small little community, not very big.
Not gonna name it,
of
course,
that's
yeah.
Well, yeah, of course not, because I'm still investigating. But one of the first things that happens is I noticed that the guy who owns the group, he's sharing it with his friend, but him and his friend don't really have the same exact sense of humor in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just seemed uncomfortable in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, when the main guy left, the chat atmosphere completely changed, and they were kind of like talking about him behind his back. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
And then, so this one guy joins looking for help with using Photoshop, and he said he was from like Israel, and he had a very heavy accent. He didn't know English very well, so but he was trying his best to like get help with Photoshop. And the guy who was like the main admin, he sends me a DM saying, "Don't say anything about this, just go with it." And then I see the guy disappears, banned from the server for no reason,
forever.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. And then in voice, he tells me, just say he was saying some racist stuff or something, like, it was all on him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
don't know why that fucking horrible, hyper-aggressive Zionist fucking asshole would come in and start making all those terrible comments like that. I don't know, like, why would he do that? You know what I mean?
I just don't get it. It just boggles my mind.
Wanting to get fucking, like, art tips from his fucking fellow peers. You know, what a fucking asshole.
I just don't get it. I'm just minding my own business, and the literal embodiment of the Antichrist just comes up to me and says hi. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Like, are you talking to me right now? Like, do you even know who I am? No, scratch that. Do you know who you are? Who are you? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you think you are, but I know for a fact you're not as godly as me. All right, so you better back the fuck up. Okay, all right, bud.
Yeah. I'm still kind of sitting around watching to see what happens in that server.
Watching as everything unfolds.
So
yeah,
are you just like a bystander? Like you're like new to the community? You're just watching the shit go down?
Yeah, I've only been in there like 3 days, but I said the funny, so I'm in with the big boys now.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should just you should act like you're from Palestine. I think that would give you instant mod.
Yeah. They'd probably make you owner of the server.
Who knows?
like the owner would just be like, "Oh, please take this. Please have you can have my server, you can have my wife, you can have my house. Please, I implore you."
You deserve it.
If everyone were like that, I probably would have just left right away. But the main guy who owns the server, he's actually like a chill dude. He seems actually down to earth, so that's why I'm just curious to see what happens.
Okay, that's nice at least.
Yeah.
That's usually how it fucking goes down. Like, the owner of the server is pretty cool, but then you get those fucking, like, power-hungry admins that think that because they got a special role on, like, a Discord server that they're, like, God.
Pretty much.
Like, who get their fucking, like, rocks off by, like, ordering people around and, like, exerting their authority. Their Discord authority on people who are just trying to have fun.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. Like, it's really funny that, in real life you see a person get a place of power and you can kind of understand them changing a bit.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. But it's really funny when you see that in a Discord mod position.
Yeah.
Like, how does... You know what? Let's segue into that. Let's segue into Kaji. Let's segue into your change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever since you got that compliment on your that video that you recorded of you eating that entire like 6-pound chicken, dipping it in mayonnaise. Yeah, ever since no, it's the one where you take like the chicken, you like eat it with your hands and dunk it in mayonnaise. You keep on going on and on about how like gluttonous you are and how like you smear like the grease on like your hairy beer gut.
Wait, that video wasn't public.
Yes, it was. I could find it. It's
no.
up. I would know. I was fucking beaten off to it not a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, and I would know because I was the one recording it.
Yeah.
Dude, you should know you're not supposed to talk about it.
Well, whatever, man. Maybe if you didn't want people to talk about it, you shouldn't have put it on fucking YouTube of all places.
I'm just trying to give you your clout that you deserve for putting that chicken in places that it should not be put in.
Yeah. Like a jar of mayonnaise.
Yeah, like a jar of mayonnaise.
But,
Or ask me the question.
Oh, boys, it's time to drop the facade. Just before we continue, hey, rest in peace, King Ash Ripper, aka Harry and Gross. Godspeed, man.
Wait,
Wherever
Wait,
you
what?
are.
He's dead?
No, he didn't die,
Wait.
but he deleted all of
Oh.
his videos and channels, and now
I
you have to
really
rely on
don't- I really don't-
archived uploads.
Yeah, I really don't understand why King Ass Ripper would just kill himself when he was on suicide watch.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know why they would take him
It's
off.
another type.
I don't know, like, I don't know why they would take him off of suicide watch. It's just a high profile individual, like.
Yeah, like you know how much gas he can pass. Like he could kill himself in his own gas. So I don't know
Yeah,
why he would do
give himself like fucking carbon monoxide poisoning because he fucking passes so much gas.
it.
This is awful. I hate you
Yeah.
all.
Whatever, man.
All right, but back to the topic that we were discussing before.
We had a
Kaji,
topic we were discussing.
Yeah.
tell these people about the day that you went from being a normal user in a relatively big server to being the admin.
Okay. I didn't think about it a bit. So I didn't go from a normal user. I went from mod to admin.
Yeah,
Which is like kind of a big deal because
Yeah,
it's been
of course.
months. Yeah, it's been months since we had like a new admin. We only had like 3. I guess I could just kind of think of what we were talking about before was people. I guess it's kind of obvious. People treat you different when you get admin, but it was kind of like right away. Like as soon as I got admin, people that don't normally talk to me were like, "Oh yeah, congrats, Kaji," and like, "Oh, I love you, Kaji," and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I was like, okay, well, it's weird. Like I don't know. It's not. I mean, obviously, I like them back, but it's not like mutually like, oh yeah, I suddenly love you now. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever. But then it's when they start like asking for stuff. They'll ask for like roles or like might be like, hey, make me like mod and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you can't give it. If you give it to one person, you have to give it to everyone, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, well, you have to reject everyone. But what's fucked up about it is that people will feel like they deserve it, and so when you reject them when you obviously should, they'll be like upset with you, and their
Yeah,
opinion
of
might
course.
change. Or, I don't know. It's kind of like if their opinion of you doesn't change, your opinion of them does change because it's like, well, I guess you just liked me because you wanted the role, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to fucking climb the social ladder, the Discord ladder,
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think it's because some people joke about it, right? They're like, "Oh, haha, give me a role," but when they get like serious and they actually
Yeah.
get like upset, it's
Yeah.
just like kind of weird.
It's like, and I imagine that feeling must be not the greatest because it's like, oh wow, haha, you only pretended to be my friend to get a fucking admin role on a Discord server. Thanks, man.
yeah. It's actually real surreal because I'm in Kaji's server, which he got fucking verified by sending very inappropriate things to Discord mods.
Like what? Oh, do tell.
That's a different server, by the way. That's a different server.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, and sometimes you just send that video of you farting to one of the Discord admins.
Oh, you mean the one? Wait, do you mean that one or the one that I made of me eating that Kentucky Fried Chicken in my car when I was on break?
Well, you couldn't really have the brand name on there, so he had to keep it confidential. I don't know what kind of chicken it was. Could be Popeyes.
Yeah.
But the point is that's a relatively big server. And it's public, so a lot of people can join there. And I didn't know that I was mod there until I just randomly started receiving DMs from people that I don't even know about, being like, "Hey, what's up?"
Asking
And I'm like,
for mod.
Yeah,
That's like the
no.
entertainment server.
Okay, that's the thing. They don't ask you for mod. They just hit you up randomly and like try to be friends with you, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But
exactly.
Then I see that it's from the same server every time, and I look at that and I see that I'm actually like the rank 2, I guess, like the second rank of role that you can get in that server. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's really surreal to me how people think that if you can just message a mod, you can get close to them and then get in a place of power.
Yeah.
It's a daycare there though. Like
yeah. Kaji, why the fuck do you have kids in your?
It's public. They just join. I don't know.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
We gotta shift through all the like kids before we get like the.
Is there something going on, Haji? Like I know how old you are.
I don't know. Talk to Discord. Like I'm not the one who handles the public browsing.
I don't know
can't
why
like
you talk to kids all the time.
I mean, I could make a rule that's like, oh no, 13-year-olds, but then I have to ban like half my server. Like,
wow, really?
It's not too. I mean, there's a lot of people in there that are really just like kind of like annoying, but I don't know. I'm not gonna ban them in most cases unless they break rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you canceled on this.
What
podcast.
you should do is you should mention all of them that you dislike by name while being recorded, so that they can know just how much you fucking despise them.
All right, let me go down the list.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this is gonna be good.
We got
I'll give you a couple minutes to think about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna make a list.
While you're making the list, let's talk about, let's give these little birdies some crumb.
Yeah.
How about since Mike and I barely do anything, we're fucking losers. Actually, no, we're so good that we don't have to.
That we don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy, listen. 560 views on fanfiction.net. I'm rolling in it, bro. Let's move on to someone else.
Listen,
so, Reggie, what have you been doing? What have you been working on? I know you just put out a new song.
Yes, I did. I put it in.
Well, first off, tell people.
Yeah. First off, don't.
No. Tell people what you do. Come on.
Tell people. Well, I told people what I did at the start, but to reiterate,
no one really listens at the start.
I make music. I'm a programmer. I make games. I do enjoy making games. And recently I finished a song called Awakening, and I had our boy Gio in here do some of the art for it.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. He did
really cool that you said his name,
really cool
because that is a nice segue into asking what Gio does.
Oh, yeah. I animate sometimes, but I'm very shy about it. Please don't hurt me.
I'd be interested to talk about animation game dev, honestly. Like,
yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah,
how do you guys feel about it? What you guys are up to and all that?
I think we could. I think we could do another podcast just based on either an animation podcast and then a game dev podcast.
Oh,
that's true.
Well, the topics are so broad, really, but we don't really have a time limit,
Yep.
So let's shoot this shit. Let's go from an actual. Let's get the fucking scoop from a game dev, programmer, boy genius himself, Reggie. You and your little pink striped programmer socks.
That I will have on right now.
Yeah, right now they're unwashed. They're molding. They're stained brown.
Yeah,
crispy.
Basically.
Oh.
Yeah,
like a fucking
they're ready.
Chicken patty, like what have you been working on any games recently, or?
I actually haven't. I've worked on some team projects recently though for university. Like I made a game where you can like sort of program your own bots and have them solve puzzles. And I've also programmed another game, which is basically like a hack and slash kind of dungeon crawl sort of dealio, I guess.
Are these school projects?
Yes, those are uni projects. But those were some team projects we had to do, like I guess at the end of the year. I haven't really done any personal projects like lately, but I'm trying to get back into like doing some stuff. I'm actually working on making like you know how you have Jackbox and like all those kind of party games.
Yeah,
I'm actually making something like that because I've got my own website and I've got the server for that. So like, why not use that? Like,
exactly. Yeah,
I've got databases and shit set up. When I'm just I just have to hook it up with Unity and it'll be interesting to like see if I get anywhere with that,
Yeah.
Is this a side thing?
This is a side thing. Yeah, this is a personal thing I'm working on. So like, I've actually started like 2 days ago on this, but like starting doing this over again. Like I have to. There's a lot of like groundworks I have to do before I can actually like really get into adding that, and really adding the game logic in.
Yeah.
Like I have to make APIs, I have to hook up databases, and I have to just do a bunch of stuff. But it'll be something fun to work on.
Okay.
Glad to hear it. You gotta. We're getting an exclusive like IGN first look right now. You got a name for this little project?
No, I don't know. The jack off or something.
The
Look,
jack
like
off.
I don't have a creative name for this.
See that
okay?
works. See
Like,
that works.
Yeah.
That works
The
because
whack
that works
whack
because
off.
it's a. You could call it a Jackbox knockoff. The jack off.
The jack off.
Yeah.
I could, to be honest.
That'd be kind of a weird tagline though. Jack off party games. You know, like.
I mean, I could honestly do that. Stay out of legal waters that way.
Yeah.
This is the thing I want to like put on itch.io.
Speaking of legal waters, I have a question for you, little gamer boys, the game making boys.
Mm-hmm.
How come whenever you see someone make a Nintendo knockoff thing, or something that is based on a Nintendo property, how come you see them purposely tell it publicly that they're making it when they know that they're immediately going to get shut down?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like copyrighted characters and shit?
Right. So, for example, if someone makes for example, a Zelda game or something,
Yeah.
right? You see a lot of them, but why do they come out and publicly tell people that it's being developed when they know that as soon as they're going to say it, they're going to get a DMCA and immediately get shut down?
I think that's because I think you can actually get in more legal trouble if you don't announce that you're making it and just release it.
No. What you can do is just
get-
make the whole game, right? And when it's like in a playable condition or it's like almost done, then you say that, hey, we're making it. And then when you get the DMCA, it doesn't really matter because it's already made and you can just fucking release that. Like you can just be like, okay, this is the build or something.
People have done that before. But I think the reason like why a lot of developers are like, oh look, I'm working on this Zelda game is because they think it'll gain them some traction. It'll make them more excited to develop the game, and they know there's legal risks involved at the end of the day. But they also want people to notice their work, to have interest into what they're doing, and gain like I think for a lot of developers, they want people to have interests in like current projects they're working on.
So
and
what you're trying to say
sometimes
is
it's worth the risk. But
what you're trying to say is all that for a drop of clout.
yeah, for some developers, it's that case. There's other developers like I forgot which ones it were, but the people that made Pokemon Uranium, like they finished it all and then released it, and then Nintendo took it down. And then afterwards, they basically, allowed people to further distribute the game. So it was already out there.
It was already out, so it doesn't really matter if they got a DMCA.
Yeah, but I think the hard part is they can't really like affiliate themselves with their own like work. They can't really like put out there, okay, I made Pokemon Platinum. Or
I think
whatever.
that if you're a game developer, well, if you're anything, or if you have fucking 2 brain cells, you would realize that you can't really affiliate yourself with something that's already copyrighted.
Can I ask? Do you have an example or something? Because the closest thing I can think of is like Flappy Bird and how it uses like Mario assets.
A good example would be like have you ever seen those those remakes people make on their own? Like, oh, this is a Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time in
remade in Unreal Engine, with the shitty fucking animations and glare effects,
the shitty shaders.
Are those like actual games though, or just like prototypes?
For some of them, there are prototypes. For others, they actually want to distribute them, of course, for free. But Nintendo, being the company they are, they will still take down or take legal action against them.
It's so fucking weird because like you see companies like Nintendo who like they make great they've been doing great as of late, like game wise, but they're like their policy for like fan made shit is like the fucking worst.
Well,
and then you see like companies like Bethesda where You know, they're kind of like the polar opposite. Whereas like, oh, you know, they're not doing so well in the eyes of the public right now, but they let their fans do essentially whatever the fuck they want to their games.
Listen, man, I want you to pay with Todd coins to unlock
Todd
the
coin,
So
Yeah.
Skyrim coin. No. There should be no. You know for a fucking fact. All right, I'm coining this right now. Pun intended. An Elder Scrolls themed cryptocurrency would be named Septim. All right.
Septim?
Septim.
What is that?
That's what they call the coins in the game.
Oh yeah.
Wait, really? I don't
Yeah,
even remember.
septims.
Yeah.
Because of Uriel Septim, the Emperor. God, what do you not fucking know your Elder Scrolls lore?
okay, nerd.
That
Yeah.
sounds like an anatomy term.
Reggie, whatever
just-
you
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah, like
well, it
it's like
is.
the septum.
Septum
Yeah,
is an anatomy term, but
Yeah.
septim is the coin. And Reggie, don't call me a fucking nerd. You make the games.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking nerds,
Fucking
dude.
little, yeah,
Guys,
whatever.
But there's
I can't wait to go home today and sit down on my big fat PC and listen to some very nice Nintendo music on my YouTube.
Nintendo is so good.
oh yeah, all the remove music.
Yeah,
All
Actually,
the Nintendo music.
back to that previous topic you were mentioning, Mike, why Nintendo is so shitty. There's actually like legal reasons for why they're doing that.
Oh, really?
Like whenever when you register a property, you have to legally defend it. If you don't do that, you can actually lose rights to your IP.
What?
It's
Wow.
it's actually like a
That's
thing.
interesting.
So,
That is
yeah,
very
so you have to
interesting.
that's why Nintendo is very keen on taking action on people infringing on copyright.
Hmm.
And like other companies are a bit more have more like relaxed systems around this. Like they have terms of services that, like for example, Microsoft has this and Sega as well. When somebody wants to make any sort of fan game, as long as they aren't using or like original assets, they are
Mhm.
free to do what they want. But Nintendo hasn't set up anything like this, so they
Yeah.
just so they take legal action against like people.
And that's where the problem
that's how
kind of lies, right? Because like if they had like a policy like that where it's like, oh hey, you know, don't rip anything from the games and you'll be fine, they'd probably be like honestly the best game company out there right now. Like that's really the only thing that I can really think of that's really holding them back.
The only thing holding them back is that they're boomers.
Yeah, they're boomers.
Yeah, Nintendo always seems like a bit behind with these kind of things.
Yeah.
Like even with like online stuff and like their policy on certain things. Remember when like for Mario Maker 2 you couldn't play with your friends online?
But you could play with
Oh, yeah.
randoms.
Yeah, exactly. Like what is that? Come on. Like
They're just trying to get you to make new friends. It's fine.
No, but
oh yeah.
what is this? The
But you can't play
Mario
with them again.
Mario on the internet? This scares me. I don't understand this.
A really funny thing that recently I saw is, well, first off, I'm gonna say that Astral Chain looks fucking phenomenal in its art style.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I've seen a clip or
That's
two.
cool.
Right. And I saw a post where it was one of the Astral Chain police officers, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it was of her taking a selfie in the game because you know camera mode and all that.
Yeah.
And under that there is a comment saying, "Not gonna buy. You play as a cop."
Yeah. I was just about to mention that. I was about to be like, oh yeah, and then you have the people just calling it shit before it's released.
Yeah.
Because you play as a police officer.
Oh yeah.
Dude, games like True Crime, those are sick. Playing as cops.
Yeah.
You're like a bad cop, but
No,
like
I hate
sick.
cops, dude.
Dude, if I was a cop, I'd totally be the fucking bad cop. I'd be like a loose cannon and wear like this cool like black leather jacket and like shades. And they
Yeah,
try to
but I'm
tell
like,
me
I
what to
would-
do.
Well, I wouldn't do police brutality though, like that.
Yeah,
That's not
that's
me.
fucked up.
I'd be the bad cop, but like
I'd
I'd
be
be the
like
good-
the
no.
bad good cop. You know,
I
like
think
the,
yeah, the morally neutral cop.
yeah.
I'll shoot you in the kneecaps, but that's it.
Yeah.
that's not bad actually. That's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
not actually bad. That's actually good.
That would fucking suck. What do you mean that's not bad? Getting kneecapped?
No,
Getting shot is better than dying.
being the cop that shoots the kneecaps.
Oh, and
So, like,
only the kneecaps.
It's not. Oh yeah, like I think avoiding murder, even if you're like a cop, is always kind of
Yeah.
good.
It's hard.
Oh yeah, it's always
hard.
it's always paramount, because then you get those kind of situate. Not the fucking. This is gonna get dark really quick. Jesus Christ. But then you have those suicide by cop scenarios, where a guy
that is true.
yeah, where a guy's
Oh,
coming at you
yeah.
with like a knife or like a screwdriver, and the cop's like, "Hey man, look, I'm going to fucking shoot you, you know, if you step forward." And they hear it, and then they're like, "You just like fucking kill me, just do it." And then the cop's like, "No, I'm not gonna shoot you." And then they charge him, and the cop has really no choice. You know,
I have an example actually of that. So I live near Toronto. It's like
yeah,
city in Canada. There was a guy he was killing people with his vehicle. It was fucked up. But there was a video of the cop that took him down. Like it was very praised. The cop was very praised because he was like kind of like doing that thing. He was like confronting him like with his gun out and stuff. He's like, get down, blah blah. The guy was like totally provoking him. He like pulled something out that looked like a gun, pointed right at him, and the cop just like did not back down. He did not shoot. And he just held the fucking, I don't know. He didn't fire, and people praised him for it.
Now imagine the same scenario, but imagine if like that dude who was provoking him actually pulled out a gun and shot him in the face.
Yeah,
that would suck.
Like,
but I don't know.
That's a good way to fucking get yourself killed. Like the guy's already murdered people with his car. Like I don't
This guy's had
cops
big
are not human shields. Like they're allowed to fucking like take care of their own life.
Yeah.
I can. Sorry.
Like even if you're of the opinion that you should hold like a cop to a higher standard than a regular person, which I don't necessarily believe in that. Like there's still like the cop can't fucking do his job if he's dead. Like
exactly.
He can't, like, that sounds fucked up, but it's like, no matter what, like a cop getting shot, like instead of taking the shot himself is not a good thing. You know what I mean?
But look, like I can understand that, but like there's also some cases, right, where, for example, this guy was sleeping in his car, right, and somebody called the police on him, and he was just asleep, and people were surrounding him. Like several police agents were surrounding him, and he was just one of the officers told him to get out of the car. He's not hearing him because of course he's still sleeping. And then the guy he moves his hand a little to scratch his head, not noticing the situation around him, and then he gets shot. He just died while he was sleeping, just taking a fucking nap in his car.
Where was this?
This is in America. I don't know what fucking city, but he was just sleeping in his car outside of a restaurant.
Oh my god!
And he just got fucking shot while sleeping.
That's so think that
people often forget that there is always a spectrum of in any profession where you have people that actually do their jobs and are actually fucking nice on actual human beings, and then there is the vocal minority, which is vocal because they fucking shoot people and they got on the news. And that's why I think that the image of cops fucking battered to shit because of that vocal minority. Like, how many cops do you think there are? But I'd say about 30%, which is still a very high number. A very high number is like that in America. But yeah, if I was like a cop, I would totally be, wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
Style.
You get the, of course, like I said before, leather jacket, steel-toed boots. Got the hair slicked back.
Yeah, I get it. You know what? I don't even want to be a cop. You know what I want to do? I wanna go to war, dude.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
What?
That's the one thing that we need. Well, I say we, as in I'm speaking for my own country, but that's the one thing any country. No, fuck it. That's the one thing any country needs right now, man. A fucking war.
Yeah, war can spice things up in the world,
exactly.
Right?
We've been peaceful for too long, and you know what?
Yeah, peaceful.
Listen, bro, it stimulates the economy, all right? Fuck off.
I mean, there's nothing going on between India and Pakistan right now, or anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Ray, how do you feel? How do you feel about the eventual? How do you feel that in the next 2 months? How do you feel about your home country becoming a vassal state for the
Sir,
Indian
sir,
Empire?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that those are just a bunch of lies that you're
No,
speaking
because
right now.
yeah,
Bro,
you know,
no way.
like
Bro,
you're
do
gonna.
you even know who you're talking to right now, Mike?
Yeah, I'm
If
talking.
I was drafted tomorrow, dude, I would slay. I would slay, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'd be on the front lines, dude. Like I'd be
Yeah, I'd be on the front
shooting
lines.
people left and right.
Yeah.
But you didn't even play
I've
that much
had-
like CS:GO.
I've had 20 hours
Dude,
in
it's
Doom.
yeah, dude. I once aced in CS:GO. I'm basically like a fucking god. You know, like I don't know who you think you're
Exactly.
talking to, but like,
You good?
yeah.
They're gonna draft Tfue into the front lines.
Wait, they're gonna draft who?
Tfue, the Fortnite streamer.
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's the Fortnite streamer that was in FaZe, but then he like put a lawsuit on him.
Wait, he sued
Mike, you're such a
FaZe?
fucking boomer. Get with the time.
I'm sorry, I'm not caught up to date with my fucking epic FaZe knowledge. Is it still 2012? Like, have I just been caught in a fucking time loop for the past 7 years?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Apparently.
So wait, did he sue FaZe or did FaZe sue him?
No, he
sued
sued FaZe.
For what?
Because
What
he
did-
signed a stupid contract.
Oh, he didn't read the fine print or whatever.
It's really funny to me that he was considered like the best Fortnite player in the world because he's a streamer or something, and he got more clout out of that. But then the World Cup happens for Fortnite, and the fucking 16-year-old, yeah, just beats the shit out of him. He didn't even get in the top 10. He got like 18th or 11th. I don't remember.
How much money did he get for that again?
Several.
Booga got
$3 million?
well, it says that he got 3 mil, but since he's Canadian and also taxes, it went down to like 1.7 mil or about 2 mil.
Yeah,
That is still insane, though.
that's still insane for a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's cancel Booga right now on this stream. So
All right.
The price pool for
I think Kaji
Fortnite
knows this,
is
right?
actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like, compared to other games like Smash, it's like less. It's like around 1,000, right? Then Fortnite, it's several millions.
Yeah.
You have even Brawlhalla has like at least like 100,000.
Oh my
You know what really
god.
broke my heart? You know what really broke my heart? I didn't really care about tournaments or anything like that for the longest time because but recently I got into that, right? So I'm like, okay, this is cool, and
Okay.
I got into the FGC, Evo
Okay.
and all that. And what broke my heart is that not even like a few weeks after Booga won 3 million, or like even a week after, I found out that the winner of Evo 2019 for Tekken, one of the biggest games in the
Yeah,
world
of course, yeah.
for Evo, right? You know what the fucking prize pool for that? For the
What?
grand final winner?
What was that?
18,000.
Wow.
Which game? Which game was this?
Tekken 7.
Tekken.
Oh, bruh.
And he still had to pay for his like plane tickets out there and the expenses and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, of course, your sponsor does that for you, or like a bit, but still, you're going halfway across the world. But 18,000 is a lot of money, right? But
Yeah.
still,
It's not
Like-
bad. It's pretty good.
it's
Oh, it's
so
definitely not
hard
bad.
to win at Evo than it is to win at Fortnite.
For
Like,
sure.
I'm not good at Fortnite, but I'm pretty sure that
Oh, yeah. Like, the thing also with Fortnite is even if you lose, you still make money. For example, the person that became second place got like 1.5 million or something like that. Like,
right.
God.
the
So
person that got like in 20th, like, still got like over 100K or something.
Oh my
it's the World
God.
Cup, so you have like millions of people, or thousands, I remember, thousands of people
Yeah.
competing. But up till the top 50, every single player got 100,000 at least.
Wow.
Dude,
That's ridiculous.
that's Fortnite money, dude.
So,
Like, I imagine how
So-
many people do you think join that competition, like, not even wanting to get first? Like, they just ran around, trying to survive long enough, like, just seeing how long they could survive to get the most amount of money.
All right. Also, so I forgot to mention before that in the thing that we're recording right now, there are other people here as well that are listening to us, and also like there's another chat
Oh, yeah.
where they're typing their messages. I forgot to
Live
mention that
studio
before.
audience.
Yep.
Right, like a live studio audience. And someone just mentioned that the last Dota pool for the grand finals, I think. Yeah, I think it's the grand finals. It was 25 million for the winner.
Oh
For
my
Dota, though?
god! For
Wow.
Dota?
For Dota.
25
Per team.
million.
I
Wait.
mean, Dota is huge, like the esports scene for that. So
I know, but 25 million?
no, esports is in like it's in a fucking bubble right now. I think because like it's like just the amount of money in the prize pools, like for major games. Like look at Dota, look at Fortnite, and also League of Legends is an insane one too.
Yeah.
Like people like are just investing massively into just
I
esports.
scratch
Like
that. It wasn't 25, but it was 15 million per winning
15.
team, which is
But
still
the
a
Yeah,
shit
that's
ton.
fucking
it
nuts.
is
the
still
whole
really
pool, though.
easy.
Prize
Like,
pool
yeah.
itself.
No. Oh, the total pool was okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but the winning
That's-
teams, the winning team still got 15 mil.
That's
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah.
That is
That
fucking
is
That
nuts.
is
insane.
crazy. Like another thing about esports is like for example the university my sister goes to right now has a course for esports. So like I mean the only way you can apply is when you are already skilled enough. But it's still like crazy to see that like universities and colleges are banking, on esport teams or
Oh,
like they
yeah.
want to
Right.
build esport
I
teams.
was gonna say that it's
Absolutely.
gonna be like how you go to college based on your football performances, like that,
Oh
or
yeah,
Kinda,
some
yeah.
people
yeah,
go to college for
yeah.
basketball,
It's
so
kind of
it's
like
gonna
that.
turn into
Yeah.
Yeah.
esports. Yeah.
You go to college for your football stats, and then, you end up playing college ball for the entire time that you're there, and then you don't
And then
get
you're
into the
broke
NFL.
after.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
just
exactly.
broke. like you, you get out and you get like a fucking accounting job or something, or like
Yeah,
an
because you
office
didn't really
job.
pay attention in college because you
Yeah,
thought that you were gonna make it big in the NFL.
yeah.
So
It's
you just have a
always
degree but with
it's
no
always good
skills.
to have a backup plan, man. Like
Yeah.
I want to be a writer, right? I obviously know that that's not going to be the highest grossing job, and I'm
Yeah,
just
unless you
and
like really make it.
yeah, like unless I pull some like fucking Harry Potter shit out of my ass, or rather let it drop onto the floor and then just make it invisible.
Right.
Like unless I pull out like a fucking Harry Potter or like a Percy Jackson, out of nowhere, like it's probably not going to be the easiest. Like I'm probably going to have to end up being one of those people who gets paid by writing articles after they review products.
So how much do you want to bet, right, Mike, that
Yeah.
when you actually write something and it gets like the minimum amount of clout that it could get,
Mhm.
how much do you want to bet that you will be called an alt-right writer?
Well, it depends on what I want to put in my books, like hey, I might include a piece of a little quote from Mein Kampf here and a saying from Hitler's speeches there, but like I just don't, it's all about interpretation,
Yeah.
That's okay. In books, that's okay.
Yeah, like it's all up to the reader's interpretation. Oh, you want to
Of
know?
course,
You want to know how good of a writer I am? I like
Yeah.
to leave all of my stories with open endings because I want the reader to interpret and imagine their own ending.
I see.
Bro.
That's how good of a
Well-
writer I am.
Listen, man, you can. I get that you're a writer and all that, and you write. There are many books in the world that are many great stories and many great references I could
Yep.
make. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to attribute every single thing in my life to Harry Potter.
Yeah. Essentially, like that's really like the only thing like that
And
really
no,
matters.
don't tell me to read another book, because you know what? You're being a Professor Snape right now. And
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
being
like
a
that.
fucking Slytherin right now, all right, bro?
Yeah, you're being a Slytherin.
Read
right
other
now.
books. Why would I read other books when Harry Potter's the only one that
Yeah,
matters?
Read other books. I'm not from Ravenclaw.
What do you think I am?
I have no
Quiet,
idea what
you
any of that
muggle.
means.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
blame you.
You haven't read Harry Potter?
I've never read or seen Harry Potter.
Wait, what are you like stupid or something?
I mean,
What are you,
look,
like,
my parents
cultured?
never allowed me to watch Harry Potter because there's
Oh,
fucking
I get that.
magic
wizardry
in
and
it.
witchcraft.
Dude, yeah, dude,
Fine.
Christian parents, dude. Like I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon or Digimon either.
Me neither.
Hell yeah.
That's why I just watched Metabots.
Digimon? Wait, Digimon is
Yeah.
computers. It's not even like
Yeah, I mean,
magic.
still, I mean,
Do you
it's,
even know how much?
I don't.
Do you
Our
even know how
church,
much porn
dude.
is on the computer, Mike?
Yeah, the internet was created for porn, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I would honestly love to make something like Harry Potter. Like I love world building and just having like something that your audience can make like references to.
Oh
I don't
my
know. I
god,
love that shit.
dude.
Yeah, just
me-
something like Rick and
Great
Morty.
mind. No.
instead, then.
I'm synchronizing. Our consciousnesses are on the same wavelength. You know,
Yes,
we're putting out the
yeah.
same Fibonacci sequence. Like I fucking, I love world building. I love writing. I love writing like lore and coming up with new ideas. I like writing dialogue too, even though I'm not really the best at it. But it's fun to make people, or it's fun to write like witty stuff. Like when I make like when I make like an analogy that like makes sense, or like I write something and I'm like, yeah, you know, this sounds good. Like there's really kind of no better feeling, except when maybe you like finally finish like a work or like put it out there, you know.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
but
Like
that-
better feeling?
Like
Sorry.
like it feels good. Like when you write something and you read it back and you're like, oh, this is good. Like, you know, this is I like this. Like I'm satisfied with how this came out. You know, like
I think,
Oh yeah.
I think people really underestimate a lot of the creative people that I know. Really underestimate the feeling of.
Here
Really
we go.
underestimate the feeling of
Mm.
just when you make something, right, it's yours. Like it's I would use the fucking cliche term of it's your baby that
Mhm.
you've made. And
I
like
always
I'm
feel-
not really that much of a creative person. I've like never been that creative, so I'm more of a technical kind. That's why I'm in fucking stupid engineering. But exactly, when like you make something, it is completely yours. It is completely your vision, and it is completely depends on you what you're gonna do with it. And that type of freedom, I really think that people really underestimate about how good it feels to do that.
Yeah.
And you know what, is good. Is good. It's a good thing.
yeah.
But you also need to pay the bills.
Oh yeah, you also need to pay the bill.
Yeah,
That,
so-
you know what, Reggie, you're right. Having warm water and food on the table, it really feels good as well.
Yeah,
It's
having
quite nice.
Yeah.
Great. You know about my game, the Control Room, right?
Right? Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like this, it's kind of like the first game I've ever put out there, like actually put on like a website for people to play. It did
Yeah.
way better than I expected, and it's so awesome to just like get like
Really?
any
Really? That game?
comments.
Really?
Well,
Really?
yeah,
That
yeah,
game? Yeah.
dude.
That game?
Like,
Are you sure it's good?
it's like if anyone comments anything positive, that like already feels good. It feels even better when they like expand on it. It's like, wow, I really like this thing you've like built up. It'd be cool if like, I don't know, like you explain more of the backstory or like create more maps, more characters and stuff. And I don't know, it's just like
Sure,
the best
Kaji.
feeling.
Are you saying that you like constructive criticism? Fuck
I
you,
do.
man. What is wrong with you? You know what I like? You know what I come to? When I create something, I make something, I write something, and I put it out there, and someone just tell me, "Hey, it doesn't flow good."
No, I mean, not saying that it's like bad. Just feel saying like it's good. I want to be better because I really like this.
No. That's fine. I just love it when someone just leaves a little comment and it's like, yeah, I don't like it.
Dude, I hate that. I don't like that.
like you finally gather up the courage to like, okay, you know, this is a work I've made, and I'm just gonna put it out there and see what happens. And you
You
know,
look stupid.
you get
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
what the
And it's
fuck
like,
is this?
And then you ask, and then you ask why, and they're like, I don't know, but like it's stupid. I don't know. It's stupid.
It's bad, dude.
Is this a fire?
It's bad, dude.
Is this Fire Emblem? Is this just like a
Is
Is
Fire
this game a
Emblem?
virus?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Did your game give me a virus?
Bro, this looks like a fucking piece of malware. What the fuck?
I'm gonna upload not an exe, but like a RAR file of my game, so people can download it easier, right? And then I'm gonna get 50 comments from people saying, "Hey, how do I open this game? I can't open it. How do I open this game?" And it's like, "Do you have WinRAR?" And they're like, "No, no,
That's a virus.
I don't have."
Honestly,
Yeah,
at
it's a
that point,
virus, dude.
that's more of a user error than anything else. Like, how do you not have
at that
fucking
point,
WinRAR?
At that point, I'd rather not let those people play my game.
That's stupid to open play.
If you don't own WinRAR, do not at me. Do not fucking talk to me. Do not contact me.
Just shut up. Just shut up.
Oh, and all of you who downloaded WinRAR after I tweeted this, you're still just as fucking guilty. Fuck you. All right.
I want to be that person. I want to be that person that writes a story and writes it in such a way that I never give the physical appearance of my characters in any way or form.
Oh my
and then,
god.
Okay, J.K. Rowling. Okay.
And then when someone draws that character with any type of skin color, I'll be like, no, that's not it. That's not how I envisioned it. No.
See,
fuck
that strikes a fucking chord. That really fucking pinches a nerve because I do not spend much time as I should describing what my characters look like at all. Like I get too wrapped up in like world building and like, you know, writing the situation at hand that I just don't. I completely forget about it. Like, it completely slips my mind, you know?
Right. So the only reason that I started doing that is because I wrote a story that had 2 characters in it that I didn't spend time explaining what they looked like, but of course I had it in my mind, but it didn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
But then someone read it and then they were like, okay, I'm gonna doodle them a bit. And they doodled it and I was like, oh, that's not what they look like. But it's like it's not bad. It's just that I have a vision in my mind. Why not just, you know, put like 5 minutes into it and actually type out what this person actually looks like?
Describe them.
Yeah.
Might as well.
And also like if you're writing a story, you'd much rather describe their appearance so people can make porn of it.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment on that one.
Especially if it's like fan fiction and you're like, what do you call it? Like if it's a series you really care about, or if you're doing like a crossover fan fiction, like you know, it's 2 series you really care about. Like the more media you see of that, the better, right? So whether that be, you know, a work of literature or like a, you know, porn, you know, the more the better.
Saying that porn is not a work of literature?
People making SFM animations based off of
work of
writing.
art.
Yeah.
Literature. Yeah.
Hey man, look, you know, you could write the script, the people could make the movie.
Hey man, as long as it gets someone to finish, that's all that matters with porn. Speaking of finishing, I think that it's time for us to finish this up.
Really?
Nice segue.
Oh, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Wait, oh shit, it has been an hour. God damn.
Time has been moving.
That's impressive, actually.
Yeah. Time flies when you're stroking your. Anyways.
Yeah.
Can
I make a request?
All right.
Time flies when you're loudly jerking your cock into the microphone for thousands of people to hear.
Yes. We had to cut that out. You guys couldn't hear that, but it's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some audio engineering.
I don't know about you, but I've had my hands on my nuts this whole hour.
Why do you guys think it's been this quiet for 10 minutes? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been sitting back jerking it, dude.
No, dude, I've just been here thinking. You know, I'll talk about the paperclip story next time, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I was
The
thinking.
paperclip story.
Paperclip. All right. Well.
I don't know what that is.
All right. I think that's our little cue to wrap up here.
Right.
You know,
but before that, I think Kaji had a request.
Well, that was pretty much it. I wanted to hear about Gio's paperclip story next time at least.
Okay,
Right,
well, on the next episode of the CouchCast, we'll be talking about the paperclip story, and hopefully, you know, we'll think of something to come up with.
Yeah, next time we'll actually have a guideline for the podcast instead of just winging it.
Yeah, this is a mess.
We'll have topics.
I
wanted episode 0 to be chaos, and I got what I needed.
Why do you insist on calling this episode 0?
Because it's episode 0, Mike.
It's episode 1. It's the first fucking episode.
No, it's
the first recording.
All I wanted to say is, guys, just have a good week. Bye.
Yeah.